In this video we will show you how to properly apply polytransfer to different types of garments. You will need a heat press, the garment or textile on which you wish to apply the transfer to, and the actual transfer. Before you apply the transfer, make sure to check for any defects like mispilling or incorrect colours. Step 1. Set the correct temperature on the heat press. Polytransfer can be used on textiles mixed from cotton, polyester and beaver nylon. For cotton, polyester and fine fabrics, use 175 degrees Celsius. For more rough fabrics, use 165 degrees. For beaver nylon, use 160 degrees. Please allow enough time for the heat press to reach the desired temperature. Set the correct time and pressure depending on the size of the plate that you are using. If you use a large plate, set to 42 psi. If you use medium-sized plate, set to 25 psi. If you use a small plate, set 10 psi. The application time for polytransfer is always 12 seconds. Step 2. Be careful to choose the correct plate size depending on the size of the transfer and the garment. Place the garment on the heat press. Also make sure that there are no zippers or other voluminous objects in the heat press application area. If there are any wrinkles, you should preheat the garment before applying the transfer. To do that, just close the heat press for about 5 seconds. Step 3. Place the transfer on the desired position with coloured sides facing the fabric. Step 4. Close the heat press. Step 5. Slowly open the heat press after 12 seconds. Depending on your heat press model, it might open automatically. Carefully remove the fabric from the press and let it cool down completely before removing the paper from the back. Step 6. Remove the back paper from the transfer with a gentle motion beginning from one of the edges, going to the opposite side. Step 7. We recommend that you always reheat the transfer. Place the fabric back to the heat press and put the white rubber cloth directly onto the transfer. Afterwards, close the heat press again for 5 seconds. After you open the heat press, remove the rubber cloth and check if the transfer was applied properly. If you need to apply another transfer on a different type of garment that has zippers, pockets or other voluminous accessories, be sure to use a smaller plate. Change the plate to a different size so that any zippers or other voluminous objects are outside the plate. Remember also to adjust the pressure settings. The application process is exactly the same. Place the garment on the heat press, preheat the fabric, place the transfer on the desired position and close the heat press. After applying the transfer, remove the garment from the heat press, remove the paper from the transfer and reheat again. If you follow the instruction correctly, you should now have a properly applied transfer. NS System. Visibility on textiles.